Hey fuckers, it's Friday.
Can't spell shattered without shat or turd.
Like a gut punch to the abdomen.
Some of the funniest shit on the web.
I call it a rock Fred.
I like the cut of your jib, gentlemen.
These 5 are the only protection we have.
The best part of this show is the genuine Hasbro love.
Good night, folks.
And of course, Pat's weekly farts.
Breaking news.
It's very outside of the box.
Hail day.
I love Friday.
Bob's Bait and Tackle, now carrying Hasbro.
They truly are your favorite podcast.
Thoughts, prayers, likes, and shares.
Shout out to
A to B.
Uncut. Is that you?
When are you going to bring Larry back?
My favorite Star Wars podcast.
Shattered cast on
Complete fuckers. This podcast is intended for mature audiences only, and its sole purpose is to entertain. If it doesn't fit with your sensitive sensibilities, please feel free to turn it off now and
Shut the fuck up, Chip.
I'm ready.
All right. In 5, 4, 3.
Man.
All right, this is awesome.
I forgot what I got this week.
Welcome to Shattercast episode 290. Who knows? It's
we're almost at 3 G's, man.
297. Yes. Is that right?
Oh yes.
Something like that.
Are you taking on? Come on, Robert.
Okay. Well, you ruined my pregnant silence.
Get that sausage out your mouth.
I had a sausage in my mouth. Oh, good evening, dear listeners. Welcome to Shadowcast Uncut. We are here with you for episode 297,
which apparently is close to 3,000.
It's close to 3,000.
I said 3 G's in a. My bad. I'm so stupid.
Episode.
Oh God.
The thing is, you're smart enough to know you're dumb. So are you really dumb?
No, I'm dumb.
But yes, unfortunately, episode 300 is going to be Bobby's Bad Wednesday, so we'll be without him.
I'll try to do something. I'll try to schedule something else.
We've already hit the name of this episode. Bad Wednesday.
3 G's.
Just watch and find out, Matthew.
Okay, I'll watch it.
Okay, so you're joined by a full cast of characters today. We have Greg from Mercy.
Howdy ho.
What did you call me?
I called you a hoe.
And we have Matthew Deluxe, the creamy legend Baldwin.
Howdy ho.
Stop calling me a hoe. And we have T2RX Sex Machine, the owner of a new sex machine.
Oh,
Sup, slut. Dude, coming from Justin is so much better.
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, it sounds just
dirty.
I was gonna say Heidi whore.
And last but not least, Bobby, Mr. 20K Skullface.
I'm just here to talk to Robert 401K.
No, I don't have one.
Oh, you should have their version.
No. But actually, Lisa opened up a Fidelity account to do some investing.
What?
And she
was
a
Fidelity.
Hey, good thing she didn't. God damn it, Matt.
Damn it, I fucked up. I'm sorry. I apologize.
But I was joking. I was like, you should invest in Hasbro. And she looked it up. She's like, actually, they're doing really good. I'm like, no.
Because they don't produce products anymore. They make you kickstart it or buy it off of their own website. Now I have to put it to the store. Direct profits.
Yeah. So everybody's together. So
happy.
And yeah. It's a good day. It's a good day to die, I think. And that means
Okay. What?
Bobby swiped left 3 times on me. I was there every moment he needed to speak to me in the past 20
I didn't swipe left any times. I did message in place of answering the phone twice, and then the third call I didn't get it all.
Okay, instead of swiping left, if instead you press compose message, that's a swipe left.
It's not a swipe left. Swipe left is a complete ignore. Compose message is, look, I got you. I can't answer the phone right now. Here's the circumstances.
Well, how bad is it when you retype a canned response?
It's not that's true. It was a canned response, but I did actually type it.
That's the weirdest thing to do.
It is.
Oh boy. But yeah. So we're here. We're queer.
Okay. We're getting hot and heavy this evening.
Did anybody get anything this week? Let's start with Greg.
Taking a beat.
You know what we should do from now on? When I say, did anybody get anything, we should all answer at the same time.
That's right.
Oh, well, I heard Matt got anal beads. So.
Whoa.
Yeah.
He just said it. That was the one thing you could hear.
It's my birthday.
Them fucking bees getting zeroed in probably feels like those Russian miners in that HBO show going into.
Let me relax, man, about the Russian miners, man.
You mean children?
Or people talking about those dudes on Chernobyl?
Yeah.
Just walking around swinging in the fucking breeze.
You relax with that, man.
That's how them anal beads feel. Like we're not making it out of this, are we?
Yeah.
That's all
right. No, I got a spoiler. I got spoiler, and I got Maverick.
Oh, and
that's it.
Your thoughts
on what?
Spoiler.
It's okay.
And Maverick.
I haven't transformed him yet. Shoulders are trash, and his knees are loose.
Did you clean him up? Did you clean him up out of the box, or did you just figure that's how he's supposed to look?
I think that's the joke that Greg is going for.
I don't think he's joking. I think he's serious.
Don't clean it up, man. Just leave it like that, man. Fuck everybody, man.
There's a couple of things.
The thing I hate about Fans Toys Jeff Fire is how short he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was taking it back that he's a little bit shorter than Motormaster.
That's what got me on the some of the early photos posted with spoiler. Then I'm standing next to freaking Maverick, and his goddamn shoulders are mistransformed. I'm like, you know what? You've lost all credibility with me.
How many listeners do you think just have like jumped ahead 5 minutes like every time we've said spoiler? Not really realizing.
Well, what's funny, my video said spoiler breakdown, so people were like, it's probably pretty confusing.
But yeah. So anything else, Craig? That's it.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Aw.
Yeah, I'm saving myself for something big.
Whoa.
Big anal beads.
I keep trying to pull the trigger on those sub $100 Takara cone heads and just be done, but I get those motherfuckers in the cart, and then they hit me with tax, and then it hit me with shipping. And I'm just like, I don't know.
Man, the big reveal's going to be Seekers. They've got to do it. I wouldn't invest in any Seekers. I saw Dust got himself some Make Toy Seekers. I'm like, Dust, what are you doing? The person selling them to you dumped them because they know Takara's coming out with Seekers. What are you doing, Dust?
Yeah.
I think there's a show at the end of the month overseas that's going to probably introduce some new masterpieces.
They're going to be fucking $250.
He's got his head in the air fryer too long.
I heard they were going to be $673.
Damn, $350.
Shit, how much were the fucking cone heads when they came out?
$200? Because they were Takara Tomy Mall.
Right, like the same shit as H Figuarts pools. Fucking bullshit.
No, man, I think Hasbro or Takara's going to do us a favor and put them at 60 for the new Seekers.
Oh, without a doubt.
Well, it's funny that, like, I was sitting there. I mean, I spent like an hour the other day trying to make myself buy them. And I was comparing shots from the cartoon with the actual, like, the Takara cone heads. And they actually kind of look more like the animation than the Make Toys ones do. There's a couple of things that could be cleaned up, but, like, they have more of the features overall than the Make Toys ones do. Because there were some, like, pretty clear differences between the cone heads and the regular Seekers in the cartoon. Just little details and, like, the crotch plate and things like that are different.
You know what?
Crotch plate, right?
Oh, and then the big old dong coming out of their butts like that. That kind of, I knew that would be the thing that got me. So.
That's the selling point right there.
So, speaking of big old dongs, Bobby in his review of Spoiler, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think it was a positive review. The one glaring criticism you had of it was it didn't have a double jointed knee. You said
that wasn't a glaring criticism at all, actually.
It was a raging criticism.
I love that.
You're like, this is entirely unacceptable.
I love that knee.
And actually, what's funny is I meant to correct it because I have the picture at the
end. Yes, I know you did.
Yeah.
At the end of it, you got him with a double jointed knee bend. And I'm like, Mr. Candidate when he's wrong face.
Yeah, why do it on? Oh, sorry, Matt.
No, man. No,
I was just gonna say, why do it on your own time, and others will do it for you for free.
Mm-hmm.
So you didn't think at first I didn't think the knee bent all the way back.
But you know what's the funniest thing to me, man, is how well, I didn't either. But once I realized it, then I wanted to go back and fix it.
Yeah. I thought that name was good.
The funny thing is that all those people that are like, you forgot, you missed the stand that's in MP44. Well, let me tell you something.
It's not in the.
I found it. Yeah, these motherfuckers are happy I didn't find it when I put that review out because I would have fucking destroyed that shit.
On my review, I'm like, here it is. It doesn't work. You know?
I found it all right. Don't worry. We're gonna address it real soon.
Yeah, for that kind of money, man, provide a proper stand.
Yeah, and the instruction manuals show it with a proper stand too. Yeah, like they don't even show it with the roller thing. You have to see it on the back of the box, you know. Right. And that's what that adapter they give you for is a proper stand.
That's for Dinobot's stand. That's an adapter for Dinobot's stand. But you know what? Okay. You can fucking make another stand. Come on now. Fans Toys does it. What's that?
Just reproduce it. Like you've already got it. You don't have to change anything about it. It should have come. It should have come with fucking Megatron. It should have come with we should be sick of seeing it. It should be like the X-Transbots Scourge stand or the Fans Toys Swoop stand. Like we should be tired of seeing it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you mean
every
the
Flame Toys has a stand. Every Flame Toys has a stand.
Right.
You know, that's in the same price point.
Right.
You know. But anywho, Matthew, who are we on next? Matthew, what did you get this week?
Oh, I ain't get on. Oh no.
You didn't ask me what I got this week.
We're not up to you yet.
Oh, I thought you just passed me.
No, we didn't do you yet.
Oh, okay.
We only did Greg's. Gregor's the only one to win. I got Spoiler. Love him. The paint on it is spectacular, and the knee. Like I said, I really thought when I was bending the knee, I was like, this has got to be going more than that. And I was like, ooh, yeah, it's good. I got what else I get? I got a Cyberverse Starscream with a bulldozer that attaches to him for some reason because I just I need the Starscream. I got Dropkick from Studio Series. I got the car one finally. I got some shirts from my wife, some Marvel shirts, and I got some other stuff. I don't know what else I got. That's all I can remember right now.
You got some new underwear?
No, I didn't get new underwear, man. I need some though. Mine are holy. I need to get some new ones.
You got holy underwear? You got holes in your underwear?
Yeah.
DC access?
Sometimes, yeah.
Pressure valve?
Like a butt flap. I got a butt flap. What else I got? I got something else. I think that's all I got. I didn't really find a lot of stuff. I'm getting some stuff in tomorrow and this weekend, so that'll be fun.
I think you should shove a kazoo up your ass whenever you fart. Whenever you fart, you make some music.
Dude, I love Spoiler, man. I think he's awesome. I really do. I mean, I'm torn because I love the X-Transbots one, but I love, Road King is really good, and I like Spoiler. I think they're really good. I'm really excited to combine them because they're going to be heavy, man. That breakdown could, like I said, knock out a baby or something.
That's a horrible thing to say.
Yeah, but it is. But they could.
All right. Justin, T2RX6, what did you get this week?
Well, I got one of those terrible, right at the beginning of end of summer, beginning of fall colds. So that's fun, right? But it gives me that great, deepness to the voice that always sounds good to yourself, but probably not to anyone else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Jaina got it too.
I know, I hate it. It's terrible. So I got that. I don't remember if last week I had mentioned that I can't remember when it came. It might not have come first show. The Magic Square Trailbreaker. I don't know if I said that. He's okay, but he looks like shit next to the New Age Ironhide and Ratchet. I got him. I got the exclusive, the Hasbro Toy Shop, Hasbro Pulse exclusive, whatever the two Japanese tapes that we never got in the purple. They're calling it Frenzy, but they should have just called it Rumble because I think the point is to be like G1 cartoon Rumble. So I don't understand that decision, but whatever. I'm not naming these things. Courtesy of one Robert D, I purchased a Voltron from him, so I'm very excited to crack that open. Take a look at that.
That's so sick.
Great job asking everybody else they wanted it or not. Good job.
He asked me.
Yeah, so what are you doing with it? I said, you keeping it? I said, I buy it off you, and he's like, yeah, I'll sell it.
No one else asked.
I just wanted to look at it. That's all I want to do.
Well, there's pictures online. You can look at it.
Well, would you look at it?
Just look at it.
No, I fucking keep it, man. That should have been my house. It would have never been left here.
Why would Matt get mad because I sold something?
I didn't get mad. Shut up. I didn't get mad. I'm good. I'm glad he got it, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm very excited. So I missed out on it when it first came out. You know, maybe Robert will enter a raffle for the vehicle Voltron, and I can repeat the process.
He just won
later down the road.
MP44.
I heard. So you know,
like,
Robert, if you
that?
do enter for Voltron, let me know.
I have 4 on pre-order. Listen, I have 4 of those on pre-order, and if
I may be talking to you about that later.
I want one.
But if I get if they do a raffle, I'm gonna enter. I mean, those raffles, like I don't enter every raffle.
50.
Yeah.
But the top of the top stuff, I'll enter a raffle, and then I'll look at the percentages and see if it makes sense money wise with the retail price versus what I'd be paying for my chance, you know. And like MP44, right? They had ROC had it should be the realm of the raffle of collectors. That's what they should call it. They should have a sub page, raffle of collectors, ROC. But you know, MP44, they had 50 slots, $12 a slot. I was like, okay, I get for 18 slots, I get a 36% chance of winning, and I'm paying $220 for the MP44. And I think even Bobby would be happy at that price.
That's pretty good, though.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, you know what, I'll do it, and I won.
Robert
came down to
Rainman
me
over there.
G money.
That's going to Bobby for Christmas.
No. But it makes sense what Robert does. So, and I'm very appreciative.
Oh yeah,
that
it
he
really
sold
does
to
make
me.
sense.
So, very appreciative.
What all have you won recently? You've won a ton, haven't you?
No, I won the
Voltron and MP44.
I got the SOC Voltron for $200, right? I got like a 40% chance of winning that, and I won it. And then no, it was less. It was like a 33%. And then I won spoiler. I already had 2 spoilers, but then
spoiler. Why do you guys always keep talking about spoilers this episode? It's driving me crazy.
And then ROC put up a spoiler. ROC did a spoiler raffle. It was like $4 a slot. So and I can't remember how many slots there were, but I bought 15 slots, and I had like a 30% chance of winning it.
Why'd you want another spoiler though?
Because I could get a spoiler for $60. I had like a 30-something% chance of winning a spoiler for $60.
Just because something's on sale don't mean you have to fucking buy it.
Anything.
No shit.
I'll tell you what.
I mean, that's what I tell my wife that the whole fucking time. She's like, she comes home with candles and bath mats and shit. I'm like, why'd you get that? It's on sale. Just because it's on sale doesn't mean you have to.
Matthew.
Well, it's not because it was on sale, Matt.
What is it?
It was because someone could have won that for $4, but Robert was like, you know what? I'm going to buy the majority of the spots. I already have 2. And then I'm going to turn around and sell it to the poor guy who couldn't get it for 4, even though I don't need that money either. And then I might make a meme about it.
That is so true. Yeah, he will make a meme about it. And he'll put my fucking face on it, too. That's what he'll fucking do.
I said this before. Like, you buy whatever slots you want to buy. Me buying my slots doesn't reduce your chances. I'm buying my chances.
Dude, I bought 2 slots for that Voltron, and then you bust in like 2 minutes later. I want 50. I'm like, God.
No, I said I think I bought 20 slots for the Voltron.
Oh my God. And everybody, you can just hear everybody just go.
But I believe at the end of the day, them the rules.
They are the rules. It don't make it right.
No one told you to buy one. You wanted to have one, 1/50th of a shot of getting it.
Lawyer money, man. Come on.
And I mean, Robert had more to lose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had more to lose. I put more up.
Are you mad at the guy who buys 100 lottery tickets if you bought one and you win?
Right.
Painting the player.
So then I got spoiler for $60, and then today they had a raffle for MP44. It was 50 slots at $12 a slot. So for 18 slots, I had a 36% chance of winning it for $220, and I won it. I was risking.
What? Congratulations, man!
Yeah,
you're getting that for Christmas. What do you want?
I feel like I really should start. Like fuck Patreon, just like start doing raffles. Like,
G
There's
Money.
a lot of money to be made in raffles.
Fuck
G Money bought 18 slots too.
Used to run them. Remember Garrett used to run them? Like they used to be like kind of his bag. Like I'm sure that like I remember thinking back then when he was doing it, I was like, man, that shit's smart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but the thing is, you have to like raffle stuff that's hot. Like, okay, no knock on RC, they're awesome, but like one thing that maybe wasn't the best decision was like they did the Ghostbusters MP10, right? And it sat there. because it just
Oh,
maybe
Dust won that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, congrats, but I mean, it's just not gonna. People aren't gonna bite and like jump all over it. You know what I mean? Like, you got to go with the top high end stuff. Then you.
I don't know. That was the only time that they did one that really didn't do well. The rest of the stuff they do usually do good.
Yeah.
I had a because they usually have the super hot stuff, and I mean that Ecto one.
It's from Haney. I mean,
if you were to predict it, you would predict that it would be hot,
Yeah.
but it just wasn't. But
you're not always gonna be right.
I had a guy hit me up that had one like a month early, like because it was an exclusive, right?
Mm-hmm.
He still has it.
He had it. He had it like a month early, and he was like, hey, I got one. I can, if you want, you can buy from me, and then you can sell it for whatever you want. And I like looked at it, and I was like, nah, I'm not worth the trouble. And he was like, you sure? You could probably make good money. And I was like, yeah, but I could also probably not make good money. I think I'll just stick with what I got.
Honestly,
like,
when someone's doing
so
that,
I hit up. Wait. So I hit up Justin, and I was like, hey, do you have one secured? And then he said he had one secured. So I hit the guy back up, and I was like, no, definitely not. I don't know anybody that'd be interested in this.
Yeah. Dude, that's like somebody like opening up a trench coat and they have like 20 MP10 repaints.
Make it.
Dude, someone offered Dakota actually offered me to get the Ecto 1, the go for thing like a month early or something. I think Autobottomus had it or something. He reviewed it and he was selling it, and it was like a month before and everything.
I bet you he got it from the same guy. I would bet you
it could have been probably
fucking money that he got it from the same guy, but he did the review, and I was like, nah, I'm good on the review, Mac.
See, here's a.
Dude, hey, let me say something real quick. G Money bought 18 slots too for that MP44.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
G Money bought 19 slots.
Oh, 19 lumps.
And Jisk was
really?
like, why didn't somebody else in Jisk also? Why don't you buy 20 slots? You know, and I'm like, because then I'm paying 20. It would have been 220 slots. Would have been what's 20 times 12? 240. 240 bucks.
G Money moved down to Florida too, man. Shout out to that guy. He's moving to Florida.
Well, I was like, well, I don't want to get a 40% chance of spending 240 on it. I'd rather sit back on a 36% chance of winning it for 220. You know, it's a sweet spot. And I was like, G Money might win. He bought 19 slots, and it came. Listen, at the end of it, right, there was one slot left. Paul C bought the last slot, and he was like, I hope I win over everyone else.
Great.
But check it out.
Yeah.
Guess who the last three names in the raffle were? It was me.
You and Gary.
It was me, G Money, and Paul C. It was awesome.
That would have been sweet. That would have been cool.
I wish he won. It would have been just awesome if he had won. Ah, thanks. That's cool. But yeah, so Bubby, did you get anything this week or have an opportunity to look at it? Let me ask my question before you answer it. Thank you.
I had the opportunity to look at Magic Square UFO, courtesy of you.
Oh.
I got the opportunity to look at the MP44, courtesy of Mike E.
Ooh, people are upset at you. Ooh.
Why?
Ooh, because you didn't like it. I did like it because you didn't recommend it.
Yeah, well, you know what? I don't think people were that upset with me. If they were, they weren't upset in the comments. Like, the comments, I expected, like that was one where I was like, look, I'm not even gonna check my phone because they're gonna fucking have my head on a plate. So finally, when I was drunk enough, I was like, well, let's see how we did. And I was like, man, there was a ton of people that agree with me. Then there was a ton of people that were like, you know what, I disagree with you, but I get where you're coming from. Like, it was for the most. I mean, every now and then there was the one. There was always the Transformer element people that were like, they were the ones. How dare you, sir, speak on Transform Element in such a way? It's like, dude, you're talking about 0.5 seconds of a 40-minute review. You gotta relax.
Yeah. People are sensitive about that.
What did you say? I haven't watched Deers yet. I'm getting.
Well, it's just the confirmation bias, right? Mm-hmm. Like, they want me to say that their Transform Element is better than the MP44, and it's not. Right. I'm sorry, it's not. I think that the Transform Element is a better bang for your buck purchase,
right.
But it's not a better figure,
right.
Not by any stretch of the imagination.
Nice.
But that's it was only those folks that they got upset with me. There was no like MP44 champions that were upset with me. Like, for the most part,
they were just those people.
Did I say those people? They were mostly like it was good. It was good. I got Fans Toy Spoiler. I got 2 of those.
Oh, look at you, Mr. Double Face.
Yeah, I'm getting 2 of those just in case. I'm getting 2 of the Senecons just in case.
That's why I did the raffle for the spoiler, because I'm like, you know what? It's typical of Fans Toys. People crap. It's such a formula at this point. Fans Toys has a render.
Well, no. But let me be clear. I'm not getting it to sell it later just for the sake of selling it. I'm getting it in case the combined mode is fucking awesome as well, and I want it as the combined mode as well.
Right, but if it's not,
then I'll sell.
Right,
but I would be okay selling it for Matt. Don't do that, man.
Sorry.
It's fucking rude. But like, I would be cool. I would be cool not selling it for a profit. You know what I mean? Like, I'd be cool selling it for like $60 or whatever. Like, if the market tanked, do you know what I mean? Like, I that's not a big deal. I just don't want to lose out if the combined mode is fucking awesome.
Right, I agree, but that's the point. I'm hedging my bets, and I'm figuring I'm doubling down, because if both modes are great, I want 2 of them, you know. But the thing is, because of the formula where there's a reveal, everyone gets excited, and then a prototype, everyone's excited, and then they're digibashed, everyone's excited, and then someone gets it in hand. And the haters come out. They're always terrible photos. Every time some moron is in a rush to pull it out of the box, they're too stupid to realize you're supposed to clean it up. They post shitty pictures,
or
and then everyone
the first person to shit on it.
Yeah, everybody is shitting all over it, and everybody's like, "This is crap."
And the thing is, it's not really skinny.
No,
it doesn't have an ass. That's the problem. But it's not skinny.
It's not.
Yeah, when I would look at that picture, I'm like, I feel like everything that looks wrong in this picture is just like the perspective of how it was taken and stuff.
Yeah,
I think in most situations you're never gonna see it just like that, where it just so happens to highlight the worst of it, you know.
I'll tell you what, if you're okay with a chunky bot, like, okay, this is what the hell's the green guy from Prime? What was his name? Bulkhead. This is Bulkhead. He's a big beefy bot. I'm fine with spoiler or slim killer. I'm cool with that. Like, he looks good.
Yeah, but he doesn't look like in the picture it looks like his legs just go straight up to the back of his shoulders. Right. But that's not the case. Like, he has a backpack. Like, it's slimmer, but it bumps out. Like, it's not off-putting. No. The ass at all is a little off-putting, but it's not crazy.
You had it right though. That's the biceps. They're too thin.
They are.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, so then there's let's see what else I got. I got Hot Toys Yoda from episode 2.
Purchase you did.
Yeah.
You know, Badell, she was like, "What's this? There's another Yoda." I'm like, no.
It's the same one. Don't worry about it. You just be happy.
She's like, "This one has hair."
He decided to review it twice. And I think that might be it. Yeah, that's it.
Hey, Robert, before I ask you what you got, you cut me off before I got to finish the fact that Bobby has his little Maryland colony he's forming.
Yes.
But I am forming the new colony with you, and we're mobile. Yes. Because we traded in our car, and we also got a Honda Odyssey like Robert. So we have a new colony forming, Bobby. Be part of it or be left out. That's all I can say.
Man, I got 3 and I'm making it work. My goal is to avoid the Odyssey.
It's okay. It's a nice car. I like it.
No, it is.
So it's been like a whirlwind around our house. We actually had like almost a purchase fully pending on a Porsche because like I didn't want the Odyssey either. But then like we couldn't get we started doing research on this Porsche and I'm like I don't think we should go through with this because like this particular model we had transfer case problems like are prevalent on it, and they're like, yeah, and the manufacturer warranty runs out real soon. I'm like, I don't want to risk that, so we backed out of it.
I just wait a fucking minute here, just for 1 second. I just want to be clear. You and Adele. It's a Friday evening in my mind.
Yes.
Weather's starting to chill a bit, so I'm going to say it's like a cool 68.
There's some candles.
In my head, it's outside. The kids are down. And the discussion is being tabled. Do we get a Honda Odyssey or a Porsche?
No. So she was like, let's get the Odyssey. I'm like, I don't want the Odyssey. I'm like, come on. Wouldn't you rather get a Porsche? And she's like, I kind of would. like, when she saw it. And I was like, yes, this is great. And then we did have, like I said, we had a contract on it to go pick it up last Monday that passed. And then we're like, now we're not doing it after we did some more thinking about it. And, like, really she wanted the van because when she takes the kids out, like, it's kind of a pain in the rear given their proximity of ages to corral them into the car while you're holding the baby. So that's fine, whatever.
I just want to say that I don't feel like anybody ever talks about your mental instability and you were choosing between a Honda Odyssey and a Porsche.
Well, let me just point this out. We were so close to this Porsche, I even started looking up some stripes, some particular stripes. I'm gonna post it in G3. I'm telling you, it almost happened. Hold on, where's the G3? There it is.
That's probably why Adele said she didn't want it.
What do you think the stripes would look like?
Oh, I see.
Oh,
I see. Oh, you were going with like a Porsche wagon.
Yeah, they're Cayenne. So.
Wow.
Oh yeah. See, the way that kind of came across is it was like.
Oh, you thought you were going for either
like
a minivan or a two-seater car. Yeah.
Or ratchet.
Sorry, my fault. I forgot that not everybody is as well versed with vehicles as I am. Like, yeah, we're gonna just throw the kids in the hood.
I don't default to the wagon.
He was like, should I get a wagon or a minivan?
Yeah, that's different.
Yeah, but I mean, we had an SUV and we were like, we really don't need to replace the SUV with another SUV. Like, there's nothing wrong with ours, but this is a Porsche, right? So, but we backed out in the last minute. So, but it would have been cool having my jazz striped Porsche.
I heard the minivan patrol was going to see me this weekend.
Yeah, we'll be there.
Oh yeah,
you'll be there, right, Robert?
Of course.
That's good. I told.
I was gonna be there, but I was told not to come. So.
Yeah, I understand how that is.
Bobby said nothing.
Look, because it's true. It's a true statement, but it's not painted fairly. The truth is, as I did tell Matt not to come, not because I don't want Matt here. Not because I don't want Matt here, but because I don't think it's worth Matt's time and money to fly up here just to go. Like that's all.
Just for a
Matt's
weekend.
job. Yeah,
like a day. It's not even
crab,
like the con.
It's crab.
Yeah, man. But like, look, like, come up early on Skullfest, and we'll do some. We can't have. We probably can't do proper.
Are we going back to Baltimore?
Huh?
Are we going back to Baltimore? Do the.
If you.
I was thinking about that the other day, man.
Go down the block. I mean, I'm always down to go down the block.
That was a good time, man. That was a really good time.
Dude, when you and that stripper started talking about like just life, that shit, I still think about that and laugh every now and then.
Dude, I was man. You know what? Yesterday, I was actually thinking about yesterday when we was driving home, and Lisa was, and I was like, man, I went to a strip club on the block, man.
Yeah, man. And what that stripper was to ask, like, she's like, "You're not from around here." What did she say?
What was the tip off?
Yeah, it could have been
the accent.
Southern.
I said the lack of a gun, but I feel like Southern people have guns too. So.
That was the best one we went to was talking to her. She was all right. She went that way.
And like Matt's like always smiling. You know what I mean? It's like nobody on the block is smiling.
No, they were. I was like, man, this look right. We were with Mr. Cody King, and we had Pinkerton with us, and it's a great time. It was a good time. We went and ate Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah.
I'd love to go do that again. That would be a good time.
Yeah, come up early, man.
So Robert.
Yeah, Robert,
what'd you get this week?
Thanks for asking.
You're welcome.
I got the New Age Insecticons because Swarm, and I haven't had a chance to check them out yet.
So you're a New Age fan now, or you will be.
I'm not. I don't hate New Age. They just generally don't fit in with what I'm getting. But the Insecticons, I don't mind getting some mismatched swarms. And I got MP44, and I got I think that was last week. I got 2 spoilers, and then I won a 3rd spoiler in a raffle. And what the reasoning behind that is the formula I was discussing before is people don't snatch all the fans toys up right away. It's really honestly kind of rare to see them sell out and pre-order, because of the crap. And then you see photos and in-hand images and people crap all over it, and then they kind of dwindle down to sell out. You have like a 1 to 2 week window after they actually release before they sell out, but then they're sold out. And then like this mass delusion of its shit dissipates. And then the doubters realize, I've made a terrible mistake. And then those doubters start posting complaints about the secondary market price. That's the same people.
The tax. Has every one of their sold out? Did their Road King sell out?
Yeah.
Did it? Okay.
Yeah.
I know their Cyclone sold out, and I know the pre-order for that Galvatron sold out really quick.
I heard an interesting rumor today.
Uh-oh.
That I can't get too into from a semi-reliable source.
He's not valuable.
And well, no, it wasn't an appropriate choice of words. But said that Fans Toys and X Transbots, to be fair, has a design for every character from season 1 through season 4.
Wow. I wouldn't doubt that. I could see that.
But they also said that Fans Toys will probably be the only ones to get all of them out.
The X Transbots won't?
That's just what they said.
That's weird. I think X Transbots, they're reliable as far as putting stuff out. I think they're kind of that's weird.
I think that X Transbots is consistent. They're
one of the top. They're one of the top.
We've talked about this on the show before, but ironically, Fans Toys gets the most shit for not putting shit out, and they probably put more shit out than any other fucking company.
Yeah, I don't understand, but I think X Transbots up there also with putting out stuff. I think.
Yeah, maybe not
as much as Fans Toys, but.
Yeah, no, I think that X Transbots is consistent. I think they're pretty consistent.
But anyway,
I gotta say they've definitely. I mean, we say it a lot, but they've definitely improved from where they've been. 5 years ago, I wouldn't have dreamed of saying X Transbots is what they are now.
Right, definitely.
Or even Fans Toys, right? They're Hot Rod 5 years ago versus spoiler. Anyway, that was a joke. But you didn't get it because it was a bad joke. But the point is, though, these people that are crapping all over these figures, right? They sell out, and I want to be there waiting when they need one. And
are you gonna open them up? Just welcome in with open arms, like, come here, I got your spoiler.
Robert's the type of guy, he'll sell it to you for retail, but you got to say you're sorry first.
Yeah, I gotta record this shit that you're saying that Fans Toys is the best ever.
You have to come to Skullfest and apologize. And then
to box art, yeah, you got to.
Bob, you'll feel, and then there's a double whammy, because then Bob, you'll feel guilty, has to invite him in.
We'll be like.
We did this whole bit this past week on Nerd Rage that Cody did the box art for Chick-fil-A's chicken sandwich.
Did it?
That's good shit,
man.
So last but not least, I got Flames Toys Star Saber, and I am very impressed with it. But the funny thing is, the after shipping, it is around the same as MP44's retail, right? It was $75 to ship. It's like $382 to purchase,
really?
and then $75 to ship, but it's around the same price as MP44 at the end of the day. They're $450 MSRP, and it's an interesting question because they're both covered in paint. They're both well articulated. MP44 comes with a ton of accessories. The Flame Toys is still built better, is still a work of art, and it has a ton of accessories as well, and it has the lights. But it's an interesting question: do they deserve to be in the same echelon?
So you sent me the Flames Toys, and you put a couple sticky notes in there.
One said, "Don't lose anything," right?
yeah. One said,
"All pieces were accounted for on shipping."
It said,
"Please leave it down."
It said, "Please keep track of the smokestacks."
I left my PayPal in case he breaks it.
So, I've been thinking about it a fair bit, and I've been thinking about the value and worth of MP44 to me as well. And what my problem is, man, is that if I take my Magic Square off of that shelf and I put the MP44 next to it, the MP44 looks great up there. There's no doubt about it. But if I was to sit there and take anybody next to me and be like, hey, the same company made this, and then they made this $60 X Transbots Toro, I don't think anybody would skip a beat. They'd be like, oh yeah, okay, I see that. I can see that. Whereas I feel like if you put the Flame Toys in there, it doesn't look remotely close to that.
Right.
It's not that MP44 did bad. It's just that they did cheap expensively. If that makes any sense.
Well, could it be? Because when you put the MP44 up against Flames toys, so Flames toys doesn't transform, so you have to take that in accountability of that. The MP44 does
Correct,
transform.
but MP44 is not nearly as engineered action figure wise.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You didn't open the instructions on that Flame Toys yet, did you?
No, I haven't dug into it. I just took a quick look at it.
Oh, I left something in there for you.
I saw the Cookie Monster.
Oh, you saw that? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm going to put that.
Is my face on it? No. I'm so sick of seeing that. Every fucking time I open up Facebook, my fucking face is plastered on something, just something.
But
every fucking day.
Me too.
Bullshit.
Yeah, with beards and a Janet wig or whatever her name is.
So what? You look good in the Janet wig.
So like I don't know. It's like either X-Transbots did it really well, which I don't necessarily think that they did, or like somehow they're meeting in the middle. Do you know what I mean? Because they look like they came off the same assembly line on a shelf.
Wait, is X-Transbots Transform Element?
No, I'm talking about X-Transbots Cliff Jumper
versus
MP44.
Oh, okay.
Standing side by side on my shelf. They look like they look like one would be on the back of the other for collect them all.
Yeah, I could kind of see that. One of the problems I had personally with MP44 is like it's the same thing I had with Megatron. It's like all the panels and stuff that make them super well engineered and like articulated compared to like MP10. I'm like, it kind of breaks the quote unquote immersion for me, like for me, like seeing those panels on the front and like the hinges on the chest, I'm like, I don't feel like on my shelf MP44, like he may move like he's worth his cost, but like sitting on the shelf, I'm like, I just don't aesthetically like how he looks on my shelf. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think that like I don't know, like cause I agree with you, but I also think that like there's like a head of that coin and tails to that coin. Like that the head is so to speak. Well, let me start with the tails. That it does look paneling. It does look broken up, right?
Yeah, me start with the thing.
But like on the other side, like the fact that it is so engineered, that everything is so independent, does allow for like the little things like how the knee pad. I know the knees are like a hot button with this thing, but which I don't really get at all. But it does allow for like the knee pad of the knee to like stay in place while the thigh and the lower leg kind of bend around it, which does make it look better.
I honestly think that perhaps people were just being a little rough while they were transforming it, because at one point the upper leg and the lower leg are connected by a very small piece of plastic, and I think maybe they were breaking it and maybe not realizing it. I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't have any
issues.
I haven't
any issue with the knees, and I know they're a hot button, but I mean, of all the things, like I found like 2 stress marks on mine in the same place on opposite limbs, but that was it. Like everything else was fucking perfect in regards to QC and like tolerance.
Yeah, the biggest bummer of the antenna.
Oh yeah, those antennas should have been way thicker. I don't know why they made them that thin.
Shouldn't people? I mean, you're messing with a couple $100 figure. Shouldn't you treat it like that?
I agree. Yeah.
A lot of people that say that. Like you're not going to treat it like a $20 off the Walmart assembly line.
Yeah, people treat it like a fucking Rubik's cube.
I know. You're like, dude, you got to be careful with this. I don't think it's made for like a $20 toy. You got to treat it like a masterpiece kind of transform.
So that is what we got this week. 3 hours into the show.
Only 49 minutes in.
And
26.
we will move on. Okay. ROC, Toys for Tots. They will have a link in the description. And also they have a GoFundMe going. Please donate your toys. Please no switch outs. That's not cool. However, you are free to saran wrap all your Marvel Legends to a dirty mattress and send that to Pinkerton.
I think encouraged, actually.
That's encouraged.
I think it's in the contract, actually.
It is. Someone has to. Please, Tyler F., do it.
Does somebody masturbate?
So yes, Toys for Tots. It's for a good cause. Let's make some kids happy.
Yeah.
Link in the description. All right. Now we'll go to third-party news. Transform and Rollout Commander of Stars. Greg.
Yeah.
I'm interested in this thing, I think.
I am
What's
too.
this? Fyahtwukk
Konvoee.
It's
Konvoee.
Fyahtwukk Konvoee.
Oh, fire truck. Oh,
Spoilers. Oh,
yeah, somebody
Fyahtwukk
just
Konvoee.
died.
Have you ever
Spoilers.
seen
That's
that?
me. Hold on 1 second.
Have you never seen that that Patton Oswalt that where he's talking about being on the plane and the rest of the plane? He realizes it's either the world's worst like hip hop group or the Special Olympics team, and they were having a turbulent landing and they got all excited because they thought they might see a fire truck.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
And they're all screaming, Fyahtwukk. It's like, yes, motherfucker, you might die, but if we get this plane on the ground, you might just see a fucking Fyahtwukk.
So Transform Rollout, they did Jazz, right?
Yeah, that's the only thing they have out.
Commander of Stars.
It's weird they jump from a G1 up to a
It is very
Cybertron.
strange, but I feel like, maybe they feel that the G1 ship has sailed since it took them like 5 years to get out Jazz, and nobody actually thought that they were going to. So maybe they're just thinking by the time this hits, this will be where the market is going.
That's totally understandable. Yeah. I mean, it's good. I mean, nobody's done these. Definitely. Try to get your dick wet. A little something.
Yeah,
this looks good.
This is
honest.
something
I
that
really
I do
this.
think you have these kids that are. I mean, they're of the age where they're gonna start getting disposable incomes. Like the people who grew up with this one. So why not? It's ripe to try to pick this type of stuff up. I think.
Yeah.
So.
And it's a good toy. I mean, the original toy was a good one. I mean, for Cybertron, they got some really good one stuff too. So.
Yeah, and that's the thing that I think is going to be hardest for Transform and Rollout is what is this guy going to do that you need to justify to me that he's better than the one that's been sitting in my storage for 10 years now.
I think it's definitely going to be more articulated. I mean,
I'm sure, but even then, if I want articulated, I've got that hybrid style one, which is awesome. He's tiny.
Okay. I'm in for this. I think it looks good. I'm definitely going to give this a try. I didn't mess with the Jazz. So I don't know how that was, but this looks pretty good.
So
their Jazz was better than you'd think it would be.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's definitely the worst of the 3 Jazzes that you can get. I guess 4 if you count Zeta and Toy World, but whatever.
That's not.
Let us do that. And which one of them is better? Let's argue it. That's the discussion this week.
Only until we break up. We argue until we break up.
Yeah. But anyway, so he's definitely the worst of the 3. But I was when I decided to get him, I'm gonna get him just because I want to see how bad he is, since he's been 5 years in the making, and I got him surprisingly not as bad as I had expected.
Wasn't the car mode good? And
the car mode is amazing.
Suspect?
It's the best car mode of all of them because it's the most accurate looking.
Gotcha.
The robot has a couple things that I'm well, if you tweak this would have been better, and this is a little bit loose, but hey, a hell of a first outing, right? So
yeah. But yeah. I'm in for this probably. It looks pretty good. So
I'm surprised that nobody got the Omega. Matthew didn't. Justin didn't.
Oh well, I have mine through Amazon, and they're not breaking the street date. I think BBTS broke the street date, and that's why some people are getting all their stuff from there. So, and by the time I order from BBTS, the one from Amazon's going to be out anyway. So I'm just going to wait.
Which Omega are we talking about?
Siege.
No.
I think that's what he's talking about. I don't know. Omega's that's the only one that's coming out right now.
I mean, because
and he's going to be better than Fans Toys also. He's going to be better than Fans Toys, so that's just a given. Fuck Fans Toys.
All right, so Prime Transform. What's funny is honestly, I know not everybody loves it, but enough people do. There should be a lot more competition for the Beast Wars MP scale. Perfect Effect really started with it. They had the Optimal Optimus and the Transmetals 2 Megatron, and then that was it. And then you've got MP, and then you got the Legends.
I'm surprised there has not been a new company come out to fill in some gaps to the Beast Wars stuff, because 25th anniversary is coming up. This would be prime time to so to speak, to capitalize on putting out some Beast Wars stuff that nobody's, we probably won't get fusers or any of that stuff. Man, that'd be perfect time to do this. But
how last week we talked about that Perfect Effect Irania, the motorcycle version of Black Arachnia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's insane to try to find now.
Oh yeah, the
nobody has it.
Yeah,
They've
they're
made
hard
like
to find.
50 of them. I'm like, man, I really wish I didn't get rid of mine.
They're
Like
real
I'm checking eBay just to see what they did, and like there's 3 of them. The last one sold in July 20th for like, well, it said best offer accepted. They were asking $190, and then there's another one that sold July 5th for $200. I'm like, holy crap!
Wow.
I think I off that thing for like $70.
Perfect Effects started the Beast Wars stuff years ago. Isn't that funny?
Mm-hmm.
All right, TFC Astaroth, part 1 of 5 for Satan.
Satan.
This just looks out of time now.
They look like they're Seacons.
Tonka.
They look like Seacons.
But they'll make it.
They'll make it. Is this going to be the same size as the Zeta stuff, or is this going to be the TFC Commander? Like, so what's the point? Get the unique toys.
Yeah, it's just like they didn't keep up. This is like I don't know.
We saw this like 3 years ago.
This looks like a. This just looks like a retool of their Seacons.
Yeah,
I guarantee you.
Like the one on the right is the white one is one of the Seacons, right? In Japanese colors.
Yeah, they're doing a God Neptune now, also. But yeah, the next one, Center Twin is it looks exactly like him. I mean, same build, same the I don't know what kind of stuff is that? Just a muscle tone, I guess, or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it would be because look at the members. Okay, so the Seacons. So what do you have? You have Center Twin, and then what's this fuck?
Blot, or
well, yeah, Blot's gonna be Blot's gonna be one.
Ripper Snapper.
Yeah.
The bird one's gonna be
not
a lady.
Yeah,
it's just same. I can't. I'm blanking on the main bot. Hungar's gonna be. It's gonna be the turtle mold with 2 heads.
Mm-hmm. Is it hard to find the unique toys one now? I mean, like.
I think so. No.
Like it just seems like it's so far. Like this scale is so far gone now. Like
I have to say they don't scale. That Omnus don't scale with anything. It scales with this stuff, and it scales with like a MMC Predator King and stuff. But
the scale, the aesthetic, the overall like vibe of it.
Yeah, and
is
like
just
if you don't if like you didn't pick up the unique toys and it's too expensive, then there's the Titans Return one. Like it's probably fine for what you're looking for that.
Well, see, that's my question: is how much better is this than the Titans Return one?
Mm-hmm.
Then in terms of aesthetics,
they're going to be $100 each. Watch.
Yeah, well, no doubt.
This is for chug collectors.
And I'm pretty sure this is Robot Kingdom behind TFC. Like, or they're highly connected in some way, shape, or form. And follow the money, Mac.
I don't
Robert,
know. I mean,
look at his chest, Robert. Look at that sad face. Look at that sad face.
Let me see.
I know.
Aww,
I know. He's upset, man.
He looks upset.
He does. He's like, why are you putting me out still?
Look at the second picture.
So,
yeah, I can see
it. Speaking of unique toys,
where are
it looks like they have the entire Orden set for pre-order, estimated to arrive third quarter 2019, except for the bird one, and that still shows sold out.
So, 5 years ago, guys, I think it was a safe bet that it would be a safe bet to say that most people would have been super excited to see this thing revealed.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Now, where would you have seen this 5 years ago?
Third-party panel.
People
would be like, oh.
Well, that's kind of Justin and I's point, is that this is what they were kind of doing 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we saw this like
they
at
were
least 3 years ago.
They were top in the game.
Right, but I'm saying like, if there's not a huge leap between their Constructicons and this. Like there's no significant growth with TFC.
Yeah.
Why in picture 4? Why does he got the top of Battlecat's mask? I don't understand why.
I saw it. I'm like, what does that look like? I'm like, I can't figure it out, and that is exactly what it looks like, Matt. Thank you.
Fact.
Like he stole something from He-Man.
Yeah.
Cats, you know?
Poor Battle Cat's just sitting there like, where's my mask?
Where's the telephone on this? And I just say this: the all mode is not terrible looking.
But for $100?
No, I would 30.
But then I would say it's pretty terrible looking.
Okay, well, I mean, all right. I was trying to give something a little.
Man, I know, but I mean, like, so let's take a Titans Returns, whatever. Let's say it's $20, right? Mm-hmm. What if I was like, this is not bad for $4?
I'd be like, you're damn wrong.
But you know what I mean? But like, that's saying it's pretty bad.
I'll bet you Matt gets this.
No. Like I said, we saw this at TFCon like 3 years ago. I was like, and now we're just getting one. I mean, this is the first one we've seen since that little silhouette. That's all we saw when they at TFCon was a silhouette of the combined mode. And now we're just getting this. Like, what are y'all doing?
The Satan logo does look pretty cool.
Speaking of TFCon, I wanted to say, I forgot to mention, shout out to New York Mike. He listened to last episode where I said I didn't have any hotel room. I didn't have a hotel room. And apparently he speaks to Gort, and Gort didn't need his hotel room. Gort hit me up. And it was just yesterday that Gort and I were on the phone with the Hyatt Reston, whatever it's called. And he switched the room over to my name. So thank you so much, Gort. And thank you so much for looking out. Also, New York Mike, really appreciate it. That was really kind. It's really nice when somebody, helps you out. I really appreciate it.
And you're going to be at so that's cool.
What?
Yeah, and you'll be at fucking TFCon.
No, I'm not going to TFCon.
Just staying in the hotel.
He just go to the hotel and just stay.
I just want to take the slots so nobody else can sit.
Yeah.
Dude, he's treating TFCon like a ROC raffle.
No, I'm going.
He's got to wait till Friday night to sell that room for $900.
No, he's gonna go to the pool. He's gonna get a massage.
I'm going to the pool, bitch.
Stupid shit that nobody wants to do.
Go to the pool.
On a TFCon. Come on now.
I'll be honest with you though. I've thought about a number of times just going to the hotel and not bothering with TFCon because like my favorite part of TFCon is talking with my friends after the event's over. Like I really don't need to go look at the toys. I just want to hang out with my friends. So.
Yeah, theoretically, not that I'm trying to lead you that direction, but I mean, you could if you're bringing the family, you could go down, you could do fucking DC, you know what I mean? Like spend a day out and then come back for the festivities.
Exactly.
You could leave your kids with Laura. She's fine with that. Just leave all
No.
Everyone, leave your kids with Laura.
We're not doing that. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
Any idea where your table's going to be, Bobby?
My table?
Are you at the beginning? Are you at the doors? Are you at the...
No, I should be at it. So I paid extra.
Ooh, of course you did.
To be against the wall and on a corner. So my guess is look in the back left or back right.
I forgot. Is it the same place it was 2 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. I don't remember what the layout was.
Wasn't it last year?
We were in the
year before. Last year was Chicago.
We were in the
remake last year. I know it wasn't last year.
We were in the back right 2 years ago.
Back right? Okay.
Oh, that was nice. Bobby, make sure you steal some chairs. Have a couple chairs.
Yeah, there was a bunch there, you remember?
Huh?
There's a bunch there. You remember? There was like a bunch of chairs like stacked up there, like all the spare chairs, so to speak, were back there.
The spare chairs were over there.
Spare chairs were over there.
Maybe remember to buy 36 of them. And then,
yeah, fingers crossed.
I think we should raffle everything off at TFCon. You should raffle all your stuff. Just raffle everything off.
We are not associated with it. We're just raffling things off.
Just grab stuff. Yeah, just grab stuff off the table. It's like we're raffling this off.
We got like 2 mugs left. We're gonna raffle them off.
Would they stop you from doing a raffle table?
No. We did raffles at Chicago.
No, but like a big spinning wheel and everything, like at the bazaar, like.
Oh, they have those. No, I think they have those.
I can't imagine that they would. I mean, what do they care?
What's it gonna bother them?
I mean, as long as they can charge your kids fucking entry fees, what do they give a shit?
Still butthurt over that $12, huh?
I think it was like $50 or like $40.
Oh my god, that's like a month.
How fucking dare them,
dude? But it's like I've just never seen anything like it. You're charging my fucking 5-year-old.
Yeah, we've actually run into that recently where they're like, yeah, we charge when they're like 2. I'm like, why? What's he getting out of it? You know, like
they came here like they're
You got
miserable.
pay to play.
My kids are fucking miserable. They're sitting down waiting for the fucking day to end.
It's like you're basically charging me double because I have a kid with me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I have to carry a child with me, and I'm getting charged extra.
Yep.
I get to pay for the convenience of carrying my child. Thank you.
Yeah. Next time I pay for them, they can watch them.
Mm-hmm. Well, if not, Laura can.
So I've heard.
Nanny Cody will be on the scene, so maybe we
Good
can
call. Good call. Yeah, Cody likes
I
watching.
didn't fly here to babysit.
He said that several times too. I remember that. I did not come over to babysit.
I didn't fly all the way over here.
I mean, I don't mind keeping an eye on them, but 2 eyes is a bit much, isn't it?
Buy some Transformers, brother.
Cody, what the hell's going on, man? The kid cut all this shit up, like cut off the fabric on the curtains. You're like, I got 2 eyes. I'm not wasting 2 hands too, mate.
Is he coming? Oh,
yeah, because he's coming up the week. He's coming up the week before, and I'm taking him to Baltimore Comic Con.
Oh, didn't invite any of us, did he?
You're welcome. Anybody's welcome.
No.
Baltimore Comic Con invited everyone equally.
It's trash.
Oh, yeah, okay, but
Yo, do they have a metal detector at the door?
Hold your tongue, man.
You know what? There's not, but it wouldn't necessarily be a bad idea.
We got a security checkpoint.
Do they have
Raffles?
raffles? Do they have raffles at this Baltimore Comic Con thing?
They have all sorts of shit, man. It's like I rarely make my way all the way through it.
No, there's no raffles. They play dice for toys.
On the corner.
They have STDs and dirty
They do
syringes.
have STDs. A lot of STDs.
Let Greg speak.
No, it's fine. Matt can talk for me. That's cool.
He's got his hand on my ass, so why not?
Yeah, why do it myself when I get Matt to do it for me for free?
All right. Let's move on.
Yes.
Yeah, you got a hard stop tonight.
Magic Square Toys, Light of Freedom, and Justice Death Color.
Oh, for
Yeah, we're getting
fuck's
MP and come on now, like nobody didn't see this.
I mean,
I get it, but I
dude,
can't stand when they do things like this. To be honest with you,
Why? People.
What is this?
it's supposed to be the Dead Prime. You know,
Well, then
his
lay him
color
the
has
fuck
faded
down.
out.
Lay him the fuck down.
But he's not. He's just muted, and there's no damage.
Exactly. He's not really dead. Yeah. If you wanted to do this the right way, you would have
Do
kind of remolded some parts and made him look really beaten up and
Go all the way.
like.
Well,
I'm sure he's gonna come with the bullet windows and what he had, like one ab piece you could swap out or something like that. I can't remember if he had 1 or 2.
Yeah, but do you think they're gonna do that? I mean, because I said a few months ago that if one of these companies really wanted to get money for it, they should do that and maybe throw like an LED so you can get those like flickering eyes and shit.
Yes, that's awesome, right? Like, think about it. If you could really sell it, right? What do you call that? What do you call the machine that the heart rate machine? What do you call that?
Matt, what did you have for dinner?
I'm sorry. I haven't.
What did you have for dinner?
I'm drinking water. I'm sorry.
Yeah, right. You had dirty ass lies for dinner.
Water is the only person in America.
I'm drinking water, dude. I have a
Carbonated water.
Was it carbonated water?
Was it a Big Mac mixed in with your water?
No, I haven't ate nothing. I haven't ate Big Mac, man. Fuck you, dude.
What did you have for dinner?
I haven't ate dinner.
What did you have for lunch?
What I had for lunch? I had some shredded wheat and. No, I'm just kidding. I had frosted flakes. No, I don't know. No, I had what did I have for lunch? I have nothing. I ate some cereal. That's all I had. Was raisin bread.
For snack.
I'm sorry I burped. Goddamn. Like God.
No, you've been burping all night though. Like you got indigestion.
Okay.
You got indigestion. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on dietarily.
I'll leave.
Here it is.
What do you call that machine? That the heart rate machine that goes beep?
The heart rate machine. What's
You
called?
can't,
Heart rate monitor.
I don't know what it is, but you know what? They should do this.
The diapilator.
Do this all gray, battle damage remold, and the accessory should be one of those little. I have a table and that machine, with the flickering eyes and that machine going.
Yeah, a couple life support systems. Like,
come on.
Yeah, fuck this.
This is it's in Masterpiece and in a Legend scale too.
It wouldn't. The kicker for me is that not only are they doing this, they're also simultaneously releasing a black one.
Right.
In both scales.
People are gonna buy it.
I will.
What's up, Brink?
I'll buy the Legends. I'm gonna get the Legends. But I'm not getting
All right, and then there's the next link
What
is
the fuck is this?
the black.
It's the Nemesis version, basically.
No, not that. Not that. I'm moving on to the next.
115.
Greg, I think, hit the nail on the head.
115.
You know what's funny? The link. Oh, hold on.
Oh, this is for
Let's say what it is first.
Oh.
This is for the Siege Galaxy Optimus Prime. That's a great kit.
Good night.
All right, I'm good with that.
115 Utopia upgrade kit for Siege Galaxy Optimus Prime.
You know, this thing made me start thinking that I've always wanted to mess with a Utopia. Someday I would like to mess with that Make Toys Utopia. It'd be cool.
This was actually made. You know how they make you know how diamonds are made, right? Well, this kit was actually made from 115 Utopias, pressed down.
I would believe it. I would believe it.
I don't believe that.
MMC Maximus Pro.
I hope this happens, man. I need a set of bots at least.
Oh, bull.
Yeah, Defensor.
I mean, hey, I like that Vortex, man. I like that Vortex a lot, and I like it a little bit more each day.
I've heard some good things about that Vortex.
Yeah, I'm actually looking to see when the next ones are coming out as we speak.
So,
I mean,
but you're
UBTS said next week, I think.
That Vortex, man, like it doesn't quite look like a masterpiece, but you know what it has going for it? It's a lot of fucking fun to fuck with.
So, but they're your bot modes?
Yeah.
Not
well, just for the Bruticus, just the two. Just the two from Unique Toys that were dog shit. Blast Off and Vortex.
So, now let's say you're doing doubles of Fans Toys and or with Zeta. The bot size though is different, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, so if Fans Toys does Bruticus, I mean, we'll have to re-examine the whole fucking thing. But I'm in like self-preservation mode right now. I'm like, man, I just need to check the boxes. It's something that's fucking relatively presentable.
Do you think Hasbro is going to go after Fans Toys?
No.
I heard a rumor that Fans Toys is one of the they're working together. I don't want to say work together, but they're kind of lenient. Hasbro is lenient of some of the third-party companies that they can do as long as they don't step on Hasbro's toes. That some of the companies are able to do stuff, and I don't think Fans Toys will be messed with. That's why you haven't seen anybody go after Fans Toys.
Well, they fly under the radar.
Yeah, and I mean, look at how far they push back Hot Rods to not interfere.
Oh yeah, that's what Zeta should have done. They should have waited for Unicron to be put out. They should have messed with Unicron while HasLab had that shit up.
Yeah,
right now.
that was
ballsy.
It was ballsy, but it was I think there's a little bit of desperation there. There's a little bit of like look how much shit Zeta has caught with every fucking release. Meanwhile, putting out some of the best combiners, actually the best combiners we've seen so far. But they catch all this shit. And now all of a sudden they put something out and everybody's like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm on board. It's how much less? Yep, that's the one for me.
Yeah, but I don't think any of those people were going to get the HasLab anyway.
I agree. But what I'm saying, I don't know, 20 of them, because like they lost like 20 backers of the HasLab Unicron.
Maybe maybe they were like, you know what? Like the veil was taken off of their eyes. They're like, that is a giant chug. Fuck this.
But it is. But it's never tried not to be. If anybody thought it wasn't, they're the ones who are fucking idiots.
Yeah.
Just two things. With the Unicron, I think Kapow, maybe it's Kapow, one of those English companies opened up pre-orders for Unicron too.
No, that shit's a wrap.
I
got confirmation on it today. It's a wrap.
No, you're saying Hasbro or Zeta? Greg.
For Hasbro.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, what I was trying to say that still has to go to the final pre-order totals as well. That's what happens when you let me finish.
So I heard
all the context of.
Well, so I got something for that too.
I
heard something pretty sketchy about all that shit too.
Oh, would you like to talk about it, Bobby?
not quite yet. Not quite yet.
Boy.
But
boy.
Why are you gonna
Does it
tease
anyway.
us? Why are you gonna tease us?
just that the
Does it
numbers.
anyway.
I'm just not putting it out quite yet. But I'll tell you guys at the show.
Oh.
But it's,
Wait, did you hear? It doesn't really fucking matter what the actual numbers are. Hasbro's going to put that motherfucker out one way or the other.
So I heard that as well, but that's not what I'm talking about.
Mm.
Bob's doing the box.
Are you doing it, though?
I'm be like, look, on one condition, can I turn it into a blanket? Yes or no? Answer hero.
Oh, the other thing I was going to say.
I want blanket rights.
With that's funny actually.
Blanket, mug rides, and I want it on.
It's like Sony Spider-Man.
I want
Macket's t-shirt rights.
Hasbro has kind of pushed back at Fans Toys though, because they couldn't do anything to Fans Toys, so they tried to do that cease and desist a few years ago with a couple of companies that decided to break out a grinder prototype at a show that Hasbro was at, and who was it? Was it Kapow and somebody else got a C&D on that and the head and something else?
I don't remember that.
I don't know. I know there was some shit with the head. That's why they have two different heads, and they had to sell the second one separately.
Grimlock. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there was all that drama for a couple of months. There was all that bullshit
Man,
going back and forth.
Takara should have put the rest out of the Dinobots, man. They could have sold all those Dinobots.
They
man.
still could.
Oh yeah, I know they could.
Yeah,
I know
too
they could.
late.
Now, back to this subject, though. This Defensor, I mean, is it just me? This doesn't look like the iconic Defensor.
No, it's the Japanese one. It's the Ox one.
Oh, Ox.
This is older too. I did a little thing on it, and I said this is older. That we've seen this before. That's what people have said. So I didn't know that.
Well, this was this was the first masterpiece scale combiner they were going to do. This was going to be the launch of the Ox line.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
Oh, so this is outdated.
A little bit.
Could be. I just need it for bot mode. I just need to see what the bots look like.
Look like trash.
Since Defensor is my favorite combiner, it's one of the things that I'll probably be in on, but I don't know.
I think this looks good. It's just gonna be short.
What's the blue truck's name
What's wrong
again?
with short people?
Hotspot.
Hotspot. We saw pictures for Hotspot. Is it in the notes? He doesn't look so great, Mr. Stark.
What? I haven't seen.
We didn't say hotspot.
Yeah, we did.
Like a long time ago, though, right?
No, like last week there were images of Hotspot. I swear to God.
No, I believe you, but I feel like those images are from a long time ago. Let me see real quick.
In a galaxy far, far away.
I don't believe that shit at all, man.
I'm not lying. No.
It's bullshit.
Yeah. I'm not lying.
I know it's on a blue. It's on blue. I'm looking at it right now.
It looks like trash.
G3.
You can't tell what the hell his face looks like.
Can't. Well, I can take a picture of it. Hold on.
Trashy iPhone.
Well, no, I'm not looking at it on my iPhone. I'm looking at it on my computer.
It's trashy.
I push the button.
Those are from 2015 though. That's not the
Right.
same.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's not the same thing.
Did you get the blanket right, man?
Blanket rights. I was telling Bobby that we should do it. I feel like he should do. Can you imagine Bobby doing like a drawing?
Forearms, Mac. What happened to his forearms?
Can you imagine Bobby doing a drawing of
TFC
Dinobot? What is that? TFC did what?
The forearms, they TFC.
What's up with the pointy toes?
Yeah,
Also, it looks like fucking.
It's old. It's old. It's an old design.
No, this isn't what I saw recently. They
looks like a
actually had like
Dinobot.
similar product images. I didn't. I trusted Greg to do the notes.
I trusted
No,
Greg
they
to do the
had-
notes.
I don't
That's like,
put-
did you raise
I
your
don't
fist up when you did
put
that?
I don't put lies in the notes, so that's the thing. I don't put lies.
That's true. Hey, did you put your fist up when you said that? I trusted Greg to do the notes.
I trusted you to fucking send me my check for the month, and I ain't seen that shit yet. So
Whoa, $250?
could be not gonna be Photoshop any bullshit for you this month.
What?
This does look like it. Okay, yeah, maybe I'm wrong.
Uh huh.
My name ain't Bobby Skullface.
Yeah, but I'm excited about the prospect of this. I'm excited about the potential of this because at least it's a fucking masterpiece scale Defensor. It's the first.
I would like to point out, ES model. What the fuck, man? You put out your shit like halfway through last year.
Oh, you got
and
4
you're like,
limbs or something?
Yeah, Hotspot will come someday. Like, come on, finish it.
I thought Hotspot was coming.
They say that, but you know, I haven't seen it. I just see pre-orders. There's one pre-order, and then there's one on like Ally Express.
Yeah, it's the same one, Robert.
Is it on BBTS?
I know. I said I was wrong, Bobby.
Is it on BBTS as a pre-order? Because if it is, it will be true. If BBTS puts it up, it's going to
Hey, Robert, it's the same picture.
I know!
Why even share it at this point?
Okay, go
Yeah,
ahead.
no,
Your
you
turn.
just make
That
yourself
shit
look
to yourself.
It's not the same picture. It's a different photo.
Same picture.
But that one is trash. That's trash.
It's not trash. It's not trash, but it's dated. It's dated.
The pointy toes are trash, man. What? Houseplant don't have pointy toes like that. Come on.
Drop it. MMC, drop it. Don't do it.
Drop
Jesus.
it like it's hot.
All righty. So we have 4 minutes to go.
I'm sure you don't want to talk about Seek Astrotrain.
I got a little bit of wiggle room.
First up, 8:50 yesterday.
We can stomach this. We got one item on Hasbro News. Siege Astrotrain. In-hand images.
Jesus Christ.
I can't wait.
Talk about a fucking reach.
Look at that train mode, Mac. God bless.
Okay, one mode had to suffer. The shuttle mode looks fucking good. Man, fuck y'all, dude. This looks good.
Look at him leaning back. Does the lean back?
Moogly.
22, 24. He's like lean.
Man, it's got a plaque.
Oh no, shuttle mode is a piece of shit too, Mac.
You know what, Mike? You know what?
The only thing I can say about shuttle mode is it looks like it did in the cartoon, though. Like where she had the weird.
It doesn't. No, it doesn't.
There's a fair extent of it that does, where the
front part does.
The cockpit of the shuttle sticks out. Yes, the back does not look so great.
Why don't you make the back of the shuttle then?
But
just looks on there, make him hold the shield in robot mode.
Yeah, but it's better than the whatever the other one was.
I'm too good for
I don't remember which one it was.
That looks
Titans
like a
Return. Yeah, that was terrible.
That looks like a circumcised dick with wings.
Everybody's bitching about kibble and shit, and then Hasbro's like, how can we add more kibble and stretch the price point? Because they're okay.
How can we add more kibble by using less overall plastic?
Look at picture 22. That's clean, man.
No, look at the first picture.
No, look at picture 18.
What about 18?
That's not clean.
18.
That's a mess.
And they try to... It's fucked up. It's fine.
Look at picture
19 is bad too.
Who displays their shit in shuttle mode anyway?
Wait, okay, hold on. Look at picture 1. Look at picture 1.
Wait, did you say picture 20 was clean?
22.
Because 20s are train wreck also.
Look at picture 1. Why does he have handlebars?
You're a train wreck.
Why did they mold handlebars onto a train?
You can ride on them and go wee.
That's trash.
I can't wait to see Matt have chicken riding this guy.
Look at picture 27. Look at picture 27. In the article write-up part, they say for those of you worried about the size, there's a picture of him next to Galaxy Prime and Deluxe Impactor. So this is a leader class figure next to a Deluxe.
Oh my god!
And part of a leader figure without the upgrade shit.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
Wow.
That's $50. That's $50 right there.
That's $50.
I can't wait to get it. I can't fucking wait to get it.
Man, at $50, you'd think they at least throw the back half in.
You think they would?
Oh, they do. It's just separate in the box.
Well, that's kind of amazing that it has parts forming and they still have pieces missing from the alt modes. That's amazing.
You know what? Hell fucking Hasbro.
And that's with part of the damn shit on his feet to make him taller.
You ain't gonna buy it anyways. Y'all wasn't never gonna buy it, so what's it matter?
Oh my god! Look at picture 30.
All the shit on his back, yeah.
See, and this is the thing.
Fucking hate backpacks.
Wait. First of all, you don't have to have that. That's just an option.
Matt, if you let me finish, I want to retract my statement. I didn't know this motherfucker served in Normandy.
That's like battering ram mode.
First of all, you don't have to have that on there.
But look how it's hollow. You can put your C-3PO in there.
It's a launch pad, man. It's a launch pad.
Here's the thing: is like there's like this like people arguing like should it have a backpack, should it not have a backpack, and like the problem is the extremes, right?
Your backpack has a backpack.
Correct. This is an extreme. like stay away from the extremes. Like a moderate little contained backpack that looks like okay, this looks somewhat tactical. This looks like my man is carrying a bucket.
You don't have to have that
I
on
feel like
there,
the
man.
reviewer's hand is here to keep him from falling over.
You don't have
He
to
looks like
have
he's
it on
falling
there.
over in the guy's hand. Who's
Look at
holding it.
He probably is, but
29.
nobody's gonna display with that on there.
Dude, that
Come on,
shit
man.
goes past his fucking knees.
Nobody's gonna fucking
No,
display
it's
like
as
that on
deep
there.
as he is tall.
Hey,
29.
So
29. It's like he just caught the thing.
whenever I see a figure like this, I go, how does he scale with Power Ranger?
He looks like an equidistant L.
Mm-hmm.
He looks like the fucked up Tetris block.
He looks like Mjolnir.
This is weird because, like, you know, I feel like figure 13 is trying to show where his leader class price point is. You know,
He looks like half of a pair of clogs.
No, this isn't Mjolnir. This is what Thor got that birthday. He wasn't worthy.
Fuck y'all and fuck Star Wars too. Star Wars, fuck yeah.
Ants toys coming out there, Astrotrain, huh?
I don't know.
I worry now with the Hasbro pricing is, you know, do you think, I feel like Fans Toys is loyal. They're not going to jack up their prices the way Hasbro has. I don't think they will.
Would y'all pay for Astrotrain if it was $300?
This one?
No. Fans Toys.
Hells
I
yeah,
said
I
Fans
would.
Toys.
I am. There is no amount of money on the planet that would, you know, I would go between me and buying this thing.
Yeah.
How many extra?
First of all,
How
I
many
said
extra
Fans Toys.
parts?
I said Fans Toys.
How many extra parts does it come with, Matt?
Not as many as this.
I wouldn't say the word $300 for this.
Okay. First of all, I did not say this. I said Fans Toys. Dicks. Would y'all pay $300 for Astrotrain at Fans Toys?
Probably.
Well, a Dinobot's $199, right? So I could see them charging $300 for something that's the same size, and a clean triple changer. If it was clean, yeah.
Yeah, the price you're going to need to have to make it transform that way. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, that transformation is going to be fucking. Oof.
Springer wasn't bad. People hated Springer, and it's honestly not bad. They did a triple changer.
Name a Fans Toys transformation that's fun.
Any
like Shockwave. Shockwave and the Dinobots.
I like Spoiler. I like it. Nothing is new and weird. You know, it just had some screws it had to loosen.
I'm sorry.
No. There's a couple weird parts.
I've only did the Motormaster once, but I don't remember that one being particularly bad. Like, things made sense.
Justin, you're a separate case.
I know.
Fuck me. I'm sorry I said it.
You know who has a transformation that everyone can love? Perceptor, because he's a box.
Yeah.
Even he had like something that got hung.
Yeah,
up,
there was some weird shit with him too.
Yeah. So. Really,
Yeah.
to me, it's
Dinobots.
the Dinobots.
The Dinobots are all fun transformations.
Well, that's what Justin and I said. The Dinobots and Quakewave. That's the best transformations they've ever had.
And that's their older shit too. What's the name
for sure.
the newer?
That's not where they excel. That's not where they excel. No companies. We're
But
not
you know
saying
what
they're
though?
perfect.
I will also say I feel like Fans Toys also like a lot of their transformations. They are pretty fun, but there's like one frustrating moment. You know, like the Fans Toys Hound. I think like 90% of the transformation's great, but like the arms going back into the thing is a big pain in the ass. The rest of it, I'm like, yeah, it's fine. I like this.
I don't think Cyclonus is that bad. I did him not too long ago.
Yeah, my Cyclonus, I've only transformed him once, and I had trouble like getting a lot of the panels to kind of be flush. So, but
would anybody give me somebody, a listener, or anyone, if anybody wants to give me the Toon version? I don't want to buy it. Just give it to me. I would.
Of what?
Bro fan?
Cyclonus.
Oh, I got that too. I got that too. That came in. I forgot. I did. I got that too.
I know. I saw the picture.
So if anybody wants to hook me up with the fan bro, whatever.
Someone buy some T-shirts so we can buy it.
Yeah.
You better hurry up and get that GoFundMe going before they start cracking down on your or your whatever
yeah, I want to
everyone's
talk to you.
crying about.
I want to talk to Bobby about that.
About what?
About the YouTube, about them, the toy stuff and reviews.
Yeah, we can talk. We can talk after the show. I got
Okay.
I got some information on that.
Okay, good.
I was thinking about doing a sit down Saturday on it because I did do some research on it the other night and
Well, I'll come to your house to do a sit down Saturday with that if you want me to.
Yeah, come on, you can come sit down.
Why don't you do a discussion with Deluxe while you sit down on Saturday?
I would do 30 minutes or less and sit down. 30-minute or less sit down Saturday.
Yeah, but I did want to talk to you about that. I want to see what you was.
It's not 30 minutes or less, apparently. It's around 30 minutes.
It's always been called around 30 minutes.
And if it's a little less than 30
Get the fuck out of
minutes,
here, man.
it doesn't
Hey, read the
count.
question. We got one question on MP Collector. Let's go.
If it's
All right,
26
let's get that
minutes,
out of
he's
the way.
disappointed.
Dear SCU crew, getting away from Transformers for a hot second, I'd love to hear where each of you would like to see the MCU go for its next big overarching storyline. Like, if you could have your heart's desire govern the direction of the next 10 years of Marvel films, what would you wish for?
Well, we got time for that.
I got time.
Just redo the X-Men. I would love to see that.
Yeah, that's what I am too. I
X-Men.
would. My wish would be that the fucking snap had some radioactive effect which caused mutation, and that's where would the X-Men come from. And let's just dig into the X-Men. That would be.
Would you? So, I think with the proper MCU too, like, you know, Spider-Man wears a crazy costume, like Captain America's wearing Captain America costume. Like, I want that like 90s X-Men's costumes. Like, I want Wolverine in the yellow and blue or the yellow and brown, whichever you prefer. But like I get why they did the black suits for like the X-Men movies, but I don't need that.
I'm with you.
Oh, I want Galactus as a cloud. No, I do want Galactus. I want them. I want Silver.
So let me say this too. Yeah, my backup plan would be while the Guardians are out there looking for Gamora, that they come across the Fantastic Four stranded in space somewhere, and they've been there for fucking 50 years, like since the space race, and
That'd
like
be kind of cool.
So like you don't have to do their origin story. We can just pick up with them and like the Guardians get them back to Earth, and then we can go from there.
Okay, but let me just say, if you say that they've been stranded out there, you know there's going to be some spin-off movie that's Fantastic Four that sets up how they got to space to be found.
I mean,
You know
I'm
it's
okay
gonna
with
happen.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that as long as it doesn't disrupt the kind of current, yeah.
If they do like a slapstick animated direct-to-DVD Fantastic Four meets JFK, I'd be all right with that.
Honestly, the MCU needs to do Justice League.
Yeah, that may not be as long as it's the Infinity War crew. Go ahead, Matt.
I heard the rumor. I watched some of the YouTube stuff that Scarlet Witch might be one of the main villains in the MCU. They were talking about her.
She's a main villain now in the books.
Oh, she is? Okay. But I just heard that they made those
everything from me.
No.
The thing was like, I didn't take shit from you.
No.
Well, who shared that meme? That Thanos meme?
You saw that? That
Did
was
you say
funny.
no more mutants, Bobby?
No more mutants.
Yeah. That was a pretty good storyline in the comics.
Yeah, that was House of X. I mean, House of M. That was fucking fantastic. But there was something like I think it was Esteban. He had like an idea of how to introduce the X-Men with Scarlet Witch, but I can't remember what it was at this moment. But it was a fucking good idea. But yeah,
pretty cool.
like this, there's a new like X-Men just got relaunched in the Marvel comics, and I think within that, Scarlet Witch has been like she's like a major villain.
But I could see her turning into it in the movies also, kind of.
But she's fucking nuts, you know, in the comics anyway. You know what I mean? Like she's not.
Right, yeah.
She's not okay.
Are you
She's
are
hot.
you talking about that Ultimate X-Men?
No, I've never read. I've never
There's
read
like
that.
a redo. There's like a redo though, like they're bringing Ultimate X-Men back or something.
Oh no, I don't know. But like the new like House of X and Powers of X or whatever, that's like the new X-Men books that are happening, like the relaunch of X-Men within the Marvel Comics continuity, that, as far as I know, and she's like a villain within that.
How far ago was it that she killed a bunch of them, like almost all of them? It was right, like 99% of them. How far?
That was House of M, and she didn't kill them. She just stripped them of their powers.
Oh, okay.
And she did it because she lost a kid in childbirth, and she kind of never got over it. And
you took everything from me.
As far as my mind remembers, anyway.
Yeah, I feel like that was right. I can't quite remember the specifics, but I enjoyed that comic.
The thing I love most about it was Wolverine was the one that figured out it was a whole false reality, and he figured it out because he was happy.
Mm-hmm.
Now, who do y'all think is going to be the? Oh, sorry, go on.
No, I was just gonna say what you will about Wolverine, like he's like a super overused character and he's in everything, but like there are some damn good Wolverine books out there.
Mm-hmm.
Like damn good ones. Like some of the best ones.
Old Logan.
Yeah,
Old man Logan.
And even then, there's even just like one shot issues where it's like they're so good. Like there was this one episode I remember, it was a kid who no one could get close to him. He's a mutant, and whoever was in charge of the X-Men at the time, I don't remember if it was Cyclops or Xavier, like he's a threat, like he has to be taken out, and like but nobody could get close to him because he like basically like melted your skin off. So the only one who could get close to him was Wolverine, you know, obviously. And like the whole comic, like Wolverine was just kind of silent, and you're just like listening to this kid's whole story, and like you know what's gonna happen. He's just like sharing a beer with this kid, you know. That's a great story.
Yeah, I think that sounds familiar to me.
Who do y'all think is going to be the main villain in the next Phase 4 or whatever?
Dude, I don't know.
Lead up to it.
I don't know.
Is somebody doing woodwork? Is somebody whittling like a
I don't know. I'd be okay with Galactus or Magneto. That would be my two top choices.
What was that Canadian team? Alpha
Flight.
Alpha Flight would be cool.
Please.
Sasquatch.
Wendigo and Puck, North Star.
I would like to see. On a side note, just like I like the Earth X through Paradise X series, which like I don't really think you can tie that in, but I feel like that'd be really cool. You know, like Elseworld movies or straight to like Netflix or I guess to Disney Plus at this point.
Yeah. Speaking of Paradise, rest in peace, Eddie Money. 2 tickets to Paradise? No? Alrighty then.
I said that's true, Matt. You didn't listen.
Thank you.
On that note, Matt, why don't you take us out of here?
I want to talk some more. Dun, 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 dun. I quit. Dun,
Shoutouts to Cool Table Network, ROC, Andy's Around, Toy Detox, Plastic Fanatics, Spirit Vultures, Nerve Rage Radio, and
And my personal favorite, the well-established Gentleman's Show, Stasis Lock.
At Real Robot, at Fear Corpse,
I am Ratchet.
Third Party TF Crashers, and Open Your Toys Podcast.
This podcast is intended for mature audiences only. Its sole purpose is to entertain. If it doesn't fit with your sensitive sensibilities, please feel free to turn it off now.
Shut the fuck up!